What's up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to the Scout Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of 91 Days, Episode 9. Now, this was a pretty chill episode, but nonetheless, it was still a good episode, as 91 Days has been nothing but consistent, as I have not found a bad episode of this series yet. Even with episodes like today, where it was really just a bunch of setup and we do get a big reveal, but nonetheless, it still keeps that hype, that tone, and that adrenaline, as you don't know who you can trust and you don't know what's going to happen next in this series. Kicking off with Corteo trying to get the hell out of there after that savage killing that he gave Fango at the end of the last episode, only to be caught by the Venetti family before he can get on a train and get away. So how did they catch up to him so quick after what he did, unless he was followed? Clearly I must have missed something there. Now with the Fango family out the picture, slash Orko family out the picture, the Galassia family is not really that much of a factor anymore in Lawless. Only the Venettis are left to stand tall in the city of Lawless, as Nero is named the Don of the family in this episode. Corteo's kidnapped, and once again, Angelo is so far and so deep onto this mission to avenge his family that he doesn't even flinch as his friend is savagely getting beat and tortured as he's being interrogated on why Fango wanted to kill Nero besides the obvious, and more importantly, what did he have to do with it, as he was leaking the information, and as he's getting punched, kicked, choked, pretty much everything that you can name. Avilio actually just turns his back and walks away, and Nero even says to him, "We're going to have to kill him. That's the only thing that we can do." And he just doesn't flinch. He doesn't pull a muscle or anything. He doesn't even blink, as someone that he pulled into this world, someone who hates the mafia, someone who didn't want this life, who has fallen too deep, has been shunned by his best friend. But thankfully, he did have a little bit of regret about it as he went home to think about it. And he was actually going to go save his friend from this savage fate, only to find out that the Venetti family got ambushed and he was actually able to escape. So that's only making things worse for him, because of course he did it to save his life, but now they really want to kill him. So if they find him, he is dead. And that's where the episode really starts to pick up. The person who helped Corteo escape was actually a member of the Orko family, the guy that jumped ship. So all doesn't seem too well there if he was able to help him escape this. But there are two things I really want to focus on in this episode, or two individuals rather. First is a man by the name of Del Toro, who is the guard of the former Don, who is very silent. And the reason why he's silent is because he fought in the war with the former Don, and that's how his voice got messed up. So I believe they said he couldn't talk. But also they focused on him a lot, both looking at Angelo the entire time, as he probably recognizes who this kid is. He probably has some type of spitting image that he recognizes. But the biggest thing that I would like to focus on is Uncle Gonzo, Nero's uncle. As it is revealed, he is the person, the fourth, the person who wrote the letter and sent it to Angelo, set him on the course for this entire series. And even though they do mention that this Del Toro dude, he was the person that was supposed to win, but he got sent to prison. So Gonzo ended up going instead. He was the fourth person sending out the letter, and I have to wonder what his intentions are at this point, because he is fiercely loyal to Nero. So why would he want Nero dead, or anybody in the Venetti family at this point, unless he's just upset about where things go? But my theory about that is perhaps, remember, the letter is said to have come from someone who is a good friend of Angelo's father. So maybe he's doing this as, you know, maybe like some type of regret or some type of reward, or maybe even a last wish from Angelo's father to take everybody out and maybe elevate Angelo to the top of the position. Maybe that was some type of wish that his father had for his child, or something that was in the works all this time. That would be really good. Or maybe, as they always say, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So maybe he just wants to take the throne for himself, and he decided to take this opportunity to have somebody come in who will be an outsider while he works in the shadows. It's a lot of things that could happen. So I'm just going to throw that fishing line out there, and I'll see what happens when this episode, or this series rather, comes to an end. Something else that I want to focus on as well is, I believe his name is Barbaro, the blind guy with the glasses, he is very suspicious about things, so much so that Nero is like, you know what, you need to chill out because you're being a little bit too suspicious. But sometimes that is the person who always ends up being right, or maybe this guy has something planned as well. As I kind of see him as being a traitor, because maybe he just doesn't like the way that things are going with Nero and having so much trust in this person that he basically brought in off the street, as Angelo is now a full-fledged member of the family, even being blessed by the Don himself before he gave the seat over to Nero. So overall, that was the episode in a nutshell. Again, it was a very solid episode. Things really are heating up, and we still haven't got a confirmed episode count for this, but with everything coming to a head and more things being revealed, I have to assume it's going to be 12 or 13 episodes. There's still some things out there, like what is the whole meeting that's supposed to take place with everybody within these 91 days. We haven't got a wind of how much long we have before that happens, or what 91 days mean altogether. So there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there is not a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on this channel. But before I let you go, I did want to mention one more thing. There is also one more really tense part of the episode where it looks like just maybe Angelo is about to take up his mission and go ahead and kill Nero, as Nero was drunk and passed out, and he saw a knife like in some meat, and just for a minute he looked like he was going to pick up the knife and stab him in the throat. But that is when Nero woke up and said, you know what, my uncle really likes you. So I was looking like, I thought things were going to go down that fast, but we still have a long way to go before we get to the end of this series. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me, and I really appreciate that. So thanks for stopping by. Check me out tomorrow as I live react to ReZero. It might be a little bit late because unfortunately your boy got to work on the this weekend. But it'll be up nonetheless, so I can't wait to see you guys then. On that note, it's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.